feel like I start all my sit down videos with a cup of coffee. It just feels very habitual at this time. So I just turned 23 like about a week ago. Don't know how I feel about it. I feel like living in New York, half the times I feel like I'm 20 and half the times I'm like, I'm still 18. And it's this weird constant juxtaposition of like feeling like a grown-ass adult and being like, I'm a child. I don't feel 23. I don't know what I feel like. I know 23 is still young, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm truly in my 20s now. I feel like 21. You're like, okay, you're in your 20s, but are you really? You'll just mess around. 22, I could still be like young and get away with dumb stuff. 23 is like, all right, I'm in it. I'm adulting. I'm a young adult, but I'm still adulting. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So to combat those feelings of like, who the hell am I? What do I want to be? What am I passionate about? Where's my life leading? What do I want to do? I like to practice some self-care, especially in the morning. So that's what this video is about, my solid morning routine habits that I've tried to instill each day, at least on the weekdays. Weekends are up for grabs. I don't really know what's going on the weekends because if the rest of my life feels chaotic and feels like it's lacking direction, I'm like, at least I have my mornings to set me on the right track for the day. It's crazy how much just the little things can really set the tone of your day. So these are my 10 good morning habits that I've been doing in my life recently. So let's jump on it. So the first one for me is going to bed early and waking up early. I know that sounds very basic and it's not exactly revolutionary, but it really is beneficial, and it's taken me longer than I'd like to admit to actually like put it into my life. For a long time, I'd be like, I'm gonna go to bed at 11, get up at 7. And I'd end up going to bed at like 1:30 because I was watching YouTube videos and still try to get up at 7:30 and then just felt again like crap the next day. So I'm trying to get that cute 8 hours of sleep by going to bed early and then waking up at 7. Of course, the actual wake up time really depends on your schedule, but I think there's a lot of value in setting enough time in your morning to actually have a nice morning routine for yourself until it starts to feel normal. It will be hard at first, but it's really beneficial. I love making sure I have my time to do my little system. The next is that a clear space equals a clear mind. So part of this kind of applies to the night before is I always like to go to bed with a clean room. Even if I'm really tired, I at least try to make sure there's like no piles of clothing on my floor, that stuff is at least folded and put away or put into laundry, and that everything is kind of in its place so that when I wake up, I'm not waking up to like huge room of disarray. I'm waking up to somewhere that feels very organized and tranquil and just like a fresh slate. Happiness Project indicates that a simple way to be happier is to make your bed every morning. So by taking the small step to create outer order, you create inner calm. Also, according to The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, making your bed every morning is correlated with better productivity, a greater sense of well-being, and stronger skills at sticking with a budget. It's a keystone habit, something that starts other good behavior. Just make your bed, just do it. It's worth it. So the next thing for me is to kind of like treat myself in the morning. In my case, that's just enjoying a lovely, indulgent cup of coffee and kind of really appreciating that moment as like a little gift to yourself. Maybe indulge and get yourself matcha or almond milk, or if you want to go huge, like a latte maker, something along those lines. So every morning as you struggle to get out of bed, you have something to really look forward to. I love getting up early enough to make my coffee, take it back in bed, sip on it, maybe read a little bit of a book, and just like start my day right. I always just feel so much better when I take even that like 5 minutes for myself to just like sip and enjoy and slowly become a human again. It's great. So the next would be to eliminate decision-making tasks in the morning. That basically means preparing for your next day the evening before, such as picking out your outfit and laying out your clothes, packing your work bag or your school bag, meal prepping your meal, etc. Gives you time to focus on the more important things as opposed to these little tasks. Definitely recommend this if you're a student or if you have a 9 to 5 to just kind of prep all that in advance so you just don't even have to worry about in the morning and it's all figured out for you and you can just go ahead and start your day. The next is avoid social media in the morning, and I know everyone's like, okay, don't go on social media, and it's so much easier said than done when your phone's right there, but I do keep my charger over there, so I keep my phone at the very end of my bed where I cannot reach it from my bed. So every night I have to plug it in, and every morning I have to get up to turn off the alarm, and that way it just kind of limits me from ending my day with my phone and starting my day with my phone. I feel like crap if I start my day on social media and immediately start comparing myself and feeling bad about where I'm at in life, and it's not worth it. We've heard it 1,000 times. What I do is I put my phone in airplane mode the night before so I cannot see any new notifications when I wake up. I turn off my alarm. I do not unlock my phone, and then I get up immediately to wash my face, wake me up from my sleepy fog. Then I go and make my coffee, and I've been trying to kind of do my whole morning routine without checking my phone, so that way I've like been able to set myself for the day and set my intentions before giving in to social media. This might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I love playing music in the mornings. I specifically would recommend like ambient music. Spotify has some very great like rise and shine playlists that are just like very soothing, peaceful music. For some people, maybe a happy playlist would be a great way to start your day, get your mood up. Research does show that music can help alleviate negative feelings like stress, anxiety, and even depression, and just kind of like lift your mood a little bit. And again, I think this is an incredible way to set the tone for the day. So personally for me, it's a great way to start my morning in a very soothing, positive, upbeat way. Okay, the next is meditation, and I know, again, we've heard this one a million times. The beauty of meditation is that it can still be impactful if you're literally doing it for like 3 to 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't have to be, okay, I'm meditating for 45 minutes in like a corner, but actually just like sitting and centering yourself for 5 minutes and just taking a little time to be grounded and completely clear your mind is so powerful. From improving focus to reducing stress to improving emotional stability, just a lot of really incredible things. I use the Calm app, I use their guided meditations, I really like it. I end up only doing it roughly like 3 to 4 times a week. I'm trying to make it daily because it is a very important morning habit, but that's definitely a great one to implement. The next is journaling. Again, a lot of these things can be bite-sized. You can literally journal for 5 minutes. One thing that's really powerful is writing down 3 new things each morning that you're grateful for, whether it's like the clouds in the sky or like the ramen you had for dinner last night, stuff like that, beyond just the basic like friends and family. Another thing is a purging of your thoughts and just like stream of conscious, write for 5 minutes and get all the gunk that you woke up with out of your head. So I've been starting to do that, and it really is beneficial to just kind of like get it all out on paper and out of my head and just be able to move on and like literally physically close the book and put it away. And I'm someone that tends to like get stuck on a negative thought and just like hold on to it throughout the day, and I'm trying really hard to get better at like not ruminating out on too long. Not just like bury it away, but try to like sit with it, think about why I feel that way, and then slowly push it away. If it's something I need to work on more in the future and like work through myself a little bit more, I can do that later, but try not to let it like consume me for a whole 24 hours or whatever it may be. Next is make a to-do list to keep your day realistic. So every morning, first thing when it comes to like work-wise morning habits, I try to write out my to-do list. So all the things that I realistically can get done that day, I put in one column, and then on the next column I put down other things that are on my to-do list that need to get done maybe within the week, but maybe I'm not gonna get done on this specific day, so it doesn't stress me out if I see that I have a huge ass list still left at the end of the day. I also recently too have been trying to like schedule out my day with my work activities. That's obviously easy if you have like certain events or classes to like put that in the schedule with a time slot, but now I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna edit from this time to this time on this particular video on a time slot, and then be like, okay, and I'm taking a lunch break, and then I'm gonna be working on emails. So then you can kind of keep checking in on yourself. Am I getting distracted in one area? Am I taking too long on something? And that way too, you can kind of just have like a very healthy day, and you can turn off hopefully at the end of the night. Another quote, because I'm just all about quotes in this video apparently. Brian Tracy, author of Eat the Frog, bases his morning philosophy off of a quote from Mark Twain. If the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you can go through the whole day with the satisfaction of knowing that that is probably the worst thing that's gonna happen to you all day long. So the frog he's talking about is your most important, hardest task or deadline. Just do it in the morning when you're fresh, get it out of the way, and you know it's only uphill from there. The last thing is exercise. Get your body moving, get stretching. It is so important. I personally usually like do all my morning habits, and then the last one is when I'm leaving and I'm out the door is I usually go take a workout class, and from there I like pack up all my work stuff and I head to my co-working space. Everyone obviously has a different schedule, but I really think it's a very crucial morning habit. I feel like I like wake up like rusty, and I need to just slowly kind of thaw my body out in order to have a good, healthy day. Exercise exercise. It's an incredible morning habit I highly recommend including. So those are all my morning habits. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. Hopefully you can feel like a semi-productive, successful teen or young adult or wherever you are at life. I feel like it's improved my mental health throughout the day by starting on the right foot in the morning. Let me know if there's any other habits that you would recommend that I didn't hit on. Love y'all so much. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.